In the world of the money market funds, this week has seen a slowdown in the drops that we've witnessed lately, as we are about to see in the results as of May 27th. So how did your favorite company perform in the past 1 week? Are you making progress, by the way? This year is quickly rushing away, like literally, insert the Swahili translation into that phrase. Inahepa kuhepa, yeah, like quite literally. And in the meantime, where are you with your financial goals? I'm super encouraged by so many young people who have taken charge now and are save from their very humble incomes, and this has enabled them to have many options to spread their investments currently. Now, it may take place over the last 2 years that we have been doing the money market funds and the savings sensitization journey. Keep going, na kama ujaanza, don't be left behind. Open your account today and take charge of your money and break that poverty cycle today. So to understand the money market funds position better, how did the treasury bills, the T-bills perform this past week? The rates held steady, as you can see. There's no much change from what we saw in our previous review. Investors wamekataa, hawataki low rates, so this kept the accepted average at about where they were hiyo wiki ingine. So there was a slight of a subscription, but then not as huge as the previous week, if you remember, showing that most bids hazikukuwa accepted owing to a higher expectation kwa wale wenye wanafanya non-competitive bids, okay? You know, uzuri, when it chills here longer, yani maintain tu hapo hapo, our money market funds will also remain steady for longer. Be it as it may, the 364-day option ilipeana 10%, the 182-day option ikapeana 8.57% and 8.32% year 3 months. I already spoke about T-bills, by the way, and everything that you need to know if you want to invest in them in my smart investment series on YouTube exclusively. Please ensure that you get to watch that and many more on the same series. Now, don't forget to subscribe because mazeni fire your series. You're learning about all investment products. Now, moving over to the money market funds in the United States dollar currency. This week, we saw some crazy movements up and down. And yes, the reds are slightly more than the greens. But what was worth noting in the changes that happened is like companies kama Kuza. Kuza dropped from position 2 last week to settle at position 10, consequently dropping from 6.14% to 4.58%. We shall keep an eye on them, by the way, to see whether they just had a bad week, ama niaje, because they have always been in the top 3 all through. Etica leads the pack this week with the 6.26% return, and of course it's the only company offering a return above 6%. On the other hand, Old Mutual had a slight increase, but due to the drop in the other fund managers such as Kuza, Dry Associates, and Sanlam, it by default had a position lift from 10 to position 7. CIC had a good increase and also jumped from position 8 to 5 in our week's chart. KCB maintained their position and ABSA as well still held the last spot in our list. And looking at the fixed income funds, the trend looked very encouraging with more greens than reds this week, as you can see. Unfortunately, we recorded a 8.73% from NCBA. Hey, what's happening? Giving us one of the lowest that we've ever seen in a long time for fixed income funds. But generally, most of the others, and to be precise, 6 fund managers are giving 12% and above. Only 2 companies recorded 13% and above. And yes, Etica again was the only company at 14%, which was very impressive. And before I forget this, those with an Etica money market fund account, you can easily open a fixed income fund and switch, like transfer some of your money or all of your money from the money market fund into your fixed income funds to get a slightly better return now that the money market funds have been overtaken kidogo by the fixed income funds. You will still get to enjoy the same experience like you have enjoyed with the money market funds. Na kama huna account ya Etica, you can open a fixed income fund account instantly through the link that I'm going to provide below ama kwa bio and enjoy better returns. Anyway, Zimele did improve as well and maintain position 3, while Kuza, though in red this week, they still managed to remain at position 2 kama kawaida. All these links are in the description below. links za kufungua all these companies that you want. Start today, even if you have been procrastinating, by the way, since January. Better late than never. All right. And to the most favorite part, the Kenyan shilling money market fund category. Hapa kulikuwa na cocktail ya movements, yeah? But to start with, for the first time since I think the year began, we have had an average. It increased slightly. And as you can see, it's in green this week. Even if the change is very small, this still means that the average is a clear indicator that the drop in returns is kind of slowly coming to a rest. We have had weeks of drops, red, but slowly things are stabilizing down for many companies. We said that the averages money market funds will be playing around 8 to 12% for most of the companies. And looking at our chart, you can see that's what's showing over here. Ama VP. Two companies did a massive jump, and that is Gain Africa and Avocap from position 13 to 5, jumping from 11.5 to 13.01%. That was very commendable. Watch out if they keep up the pace come next week. Ama ilikuwa ni ya one time. For several weeks in a row, Gulf Cap has been at 13.87%, which is really unlike money market funds, unless, like we learned a while back, that when a company is stuck at one place, it probably means that since the last change, it has not received any top-ups or any significant top-ups or any new money, or it is not a money market fund, because haiwezi maintain the same place forever. And if it doesn't change, since we haven't found any better explanation for this, I think we shall be considering dropping it from this list till it starts exhibiting money market fund like behaviors. Etica was at position 6 with a slight drop down into the 12.95% mark. Kenya Orient Peak a drop from position 4 to 8. Position 10, 11, 12, and 13 zilikuwa held by the big insurance companies, allied fund managers, and the averages are looking good. Of course, Genjis jumped from single digit kutoka position 22 paka ikasettle at position 15. I think they grew from 9.95% to 11.26%. It may refuse to remain in the single digit category. ABSA as well, wali refuse, they don't want to remain in the single digit category, and also walifanya a big jump from 9.67 to 10.32%. This reduced the single digit returns list from 8 yenye ilikuwa last week to 6 this week, and generally 9 out of 29 companies in our list had a growth which is very impressive. How will next week be looking like? I will be here to keep you posted, but imagine all this is right here to encourage you, to motivate you, to inspire you to keep going. And someday we're going to tell these stories of success. I definitely know you have very big dreams, but today nataka kukuacha na hii. The best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Don't miss any of these updates, my friend. Together with the other very educative videos in this great channel, my name is Otachi. I can't wait to see you in the next video.